Okay, just thought I'd do another video. Yeah, just a look at some of the stuff I'm working on. Haven't really done a video since I tested this picture-in-picture thing. So anyway, one of the things that's I want to paint coming up, a group I'm in is doing a little contest. Just paint a single sci-fi miniature. So I picked this guy. He's he's pretty big. I'll put him sideways here so you can see him. He's like a big mech guy. I've got him on this GW painting handle for painting. I've used blue tack here to a base, and then blue tack on both his feet to try and get him to stand up. It's a big guy. You can see he's got holes on either side for his arms, which I've mounted separately here to paint separately so I can get a little bit more detail on them. They're just on wire and cork for painting. He's got like a gun arm, like some sort of high-powered, like a cannon, single-shot cannon. Doesn't look. It's belt-fed. Maybe it's automatic. And the other arm, it's like a rocket launcher arm. I think I showed you last time the bases that I'm using for my Rebs, which are these guys. Right? And since I decided this mech I'm painting, he's going to be for my Rebs, just an alternate to the normal. This is Dead Zone Rebs. They normally can get a Strider. That's their big unit. And so I 3D printed. I want to match this. So I 3D printed. It's a similar pattern. It won't have any of the grit, the sand. It'll just be the cracked earth. But it'll have more variation. I think you can see it has more variation in the heights of the different cracked earth bits. And I'm going to paint it on a cork as well, just some blue tack holding that on there. Just so you can, hold the cork and paint it without having to touch the painted surfaces. So that's that guy. So there's the big mech body, the two arms, and then I'll eventually attach him to this base, which they should be about the right size. Yeah, same size. It's a 60 millimeter base is what you normally go for. But I realized when I printed, let me grab it. I printed an actual 60 millimeter base here. And then I compared it to what I've been using from Dragon Forge Designs. And you can see it's about 5 millimeters undersize. So it's actually 60 millimeters. These ones are a bit bigger. They're like 65. And since I wanted it to match, and it's a big mech unit, a big armored Strider mech guy, I printed a second one a bit larger, like 65. So 60, 65. 60 is the standard in Dead Zone for the big units. But I figured 60, whatever, right? It's not official. The bases don't mean anything, really. So I figured I'll just print one that matched. So at least they're consistent across my my Dead Zone big size 4 units. My friend Daria and I, she had this idea that we would paint all of our Fallout Wasteland Warfare base sets. She got much farther than I did. This is all I got done, was the Deathclaw, and it's not even finished. It's just dry brushed. So you can see, I mean, I like the dry brushing effect, which I then sort of blended a little bit with contrast paint. So I just primed it black and then did several layers of dry brushing and then like a blending layer of a diluted contrast paint. I mean, it's mostly done. I mean, that's the bulk of it, right? It's a monster, so it doesn't have... I got to do the claws, the horns, maybe the tongue and the teeth and the eyes. And then, the base. The base will probably be pretty basic, dry brushed as well. And again, I used the GW paint holder, which is a big wad of blue tack. There you can see the original models, like this green plastic. Anyway, worked on that. I like it, but maybe I'll do something with the spines as well, or maybe I'll just leave them green. One day. But all my Fallout Wasteland Warfare stuff, I primed it with the intention to paint it, but didn't really work out. I showed a bunch of Legion stuff on the last video. I got these bases. I ran out of the plastic Fantasy Flight bases, and I've ordered more, but they're in a pending order. So these ones I ordered as well. They're meant for Legion, but they're MDF. They're not plastic. They're that wood, laser cut wood. And it comes in, you got to build it up. It's a couple different layers, and you punch it out of the wood sheet and glue it all together. And then, I did contrast and dry brushing, a bit of dark lining to sort of get the little lines to still stand out. But I like it. They're good. I did, I don't have them to show you, but I did a unit of super battle droids for Legion with these bases. One sheet of them is 12 bases. A unit of super battle droids is only 6. So I still have 6 of these things painted, ready to use. Here, I'll show you. I think I got an unpunched sheet. Yeah, here. So this is how it comes from Micro Art Studios. It's 12 bases. I don't know if you can see it. Inside there's like two sheets of wood, MDF, laser cut MDF. Here, the directions, right? So you punch it out and you build it. So you have just your basic base shape and then some detail, and most of them have a second level of detail just to build it up a bit more. Right? So what is this? It's just a info sheet. So that's the basic bases. You get your 12 just disc shapes. 27 millimeter, I think, for Legion. And then the second sheet is the detail. And it's pretty nicely designed. You can just punch out this one, and then you sort of, the X is where you have to build up. That would be the piece that fits that shape, and it goes over the bit marked with an X, right? That one goes over that one. That one goes over that one. This one doesn't have a built-up shape. That one and that one. That one and that one. Again, another one without a built-up. Another one that's just the one layer. That one and that one, that one and that one. Yeah, so this is the exact... I got 3 sets of these just because I have a bunch of battle droids still to put together, and I didn't have any more of the Fantasy Flight bases that I was enjoying using, and I like giving them a bit more texture than just the plain plastic bases that come with them. And I didn't feel like sculpting or 3D printing bases, so I bought some. Speaking of Legion, I backed a Patreon for like $5 a month or whatever it is, called Seb Miniatures, SEB Miniatures. And every month he's doing new characters for Legion, proxies. And this one I printed out. It's Darth Maul. I was going to paint him, so I put him on the cork. I stuck a wire up his posterior to hold him on there. I'll stick him on probably one of those bases I just showed you. But this is the version of Darth Maul from the cartoon, where he's got the really funky robotic legs before he in the later like Rebels where he had more regular human looking robot legs, obviously requiring leg replacements after Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan zipped him in half. He's got the big double lightsaber. I'll paint it red. I'll probably just use him as a proxy for the Darth Maul mini. There is an official Darth Maul now. Looks really cool, but it's on pre-order. It's not out yet, at least here. And I'm still waiting on my last pre-order stuff of Cad Bane and Stap droid flyers. So, yeah. What I like about the official one is it actually has all of the face tattoos. I don't know if it's tattoos or just his skin, but the designs on his face, the black and red, it's actually sculpted. I don't know if this will focus. Probably not. It's actually sculpted on the official one, the patterns on his face. Whereas this one, I think I just have to, use a detail brush and do it myself, which is more work. We'll see how it turns out, though, when I get around to painting it. The 3D print worked really nicely. What I like about a lot of the Patreons now, including this Seb Miniatures, they send you the minis with supports. So you just send the file to your resin 3D printer as is. You still got to use a slicer to put it in the put the STL file you get into the whatever proprietary, whether it's G code or for I have a Anycubic photon printer which has like a photon file, but you just use your slicer and slice up the STL. But the STL has supports already on it, which is really handy, because it can be a bit of a pain to put supports on. I'm painting that big mech guy I showed you, obviously, for the contest or the challenge or whatever in the group I'm in. But this was the original one I thought I would paint. He's from, I think, Artist W minis. He's like a cyborg brute or a chem brute or something he's called. I really like the model. And I'm going to use him as a alternate captain for my cyborg dreadball team. He's got that aesthetic with all the tubes and the cyborg bits. Yeah, I really like this model. And I put him on these new Red Grass Games paint holders. So you see that he's on the cap, and it comes with this orange sticky stuff, which is the same as blue tack, but it's orange. And then it comes with the handles. This is the handle. Has this bit that rotates, and you just take the cap and put it on there. And so that's your painting handle, except that now you can turn it without having to turn the whole thing. It's nice. So I got 2 of these handles and a bunch of different caps, because like you can see, the caps just pull off. It's just a pressure fit, right? So they just press on, pull off. Also, what's nice is there's a magnet in the bottom of this thing. Obviously, there's no metal here, but they send you 2 metal discs with stickers that you can use to create a surface, or if your desk has any metal bits on it or a lamp or whatever, you can just stick it on there, so when you're not using it, it won't fall over, which is nice. That's about it that I'm sort of focused on right now. Oh, I'm working also on this head swap project. I got these heads from, I want to say Puppet Wars, I think was who made these. They're shark helmets. High-tech helmets that look sort of like sharks. And when I first saw them, I thought these would be perfect for a head swap for the Dreadball Sphere team, since they're underwater guys. So I've been sort of doing the head replacements. I've got Jack, Striker. Was that another Striker? I think I basically have the Jacks and the Strikers done. I can't find my Sphere guard minis right now. I do need to do a head swap on the guards, but I got to find the minis. Don't know what. I think what I did is when I opened, I had probably 2 packs of Sphere, and I opened them both. But I used. I think each team has 2 guards. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 guards maybe. Or maybe they have 4 strikers and 2 guards. So I may have to do another striker. Well, I think I actually did the other striker. Yeah, I did. I did him early. He was the prototype. Yeah, so I need to find 2 guards. I had 2 packs of Sphere, 2 teams of Sphere, and I used all of the guards from both packs to create the normal guards and the keepers for my already painted team. So I have to look around and see if I have any more Sphere teams and take the guards out of that one. Obviously, I'm going to be guards short on teams. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. That's what I'm focused on. Probably what I'll actually get paint on next is that big mech, because I only have 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now, to the end of the challenge to get him painted. He's going to be blue, mostly blue and gray, with maybe some red highlights. I think I talked about my Rebs color scheme in the last video when I was looking at the Teraton. So I'm going to use the airbrush and spray him blue to start, and then I'll start working in the other colors, the grays and the, I got to figure out, where I want the red to be on him. But, yeah, it shouldn't be, it's a big guy, so it's a fair bit of work, but also, because he's a machine, not a lot of organic details and not too many colors. So hopefully I can get him done in time. I'll do another video maybe when he's done and show you how he turned out. Take it easy. Bye.